Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Writing Sprint Thursdays here at Dabble. It is Thursday, February 26th. Yep, because property taxes are due tomorrow. That's how I remembered what today was, at least where I live. Don't freak out. They might not be due where you live. But welcome to Writing Sprints. I'm going to scroll to the top of the chat here. I see we're all chatting away, and I want to say hello to NJ and Aaron and Ashley and Nikana and Renee. And Bill's here as well. Welcome. If you're here joining me, feel free to say hello. If you are watching this afterwards, to use it as a sprint timer for yourself, to hold yourself accountable, I still want to hear from you. I still want to hello. I still want to know what you're working on. And for the peeps that are live with me today, let me know what you're working on for today's sprints. For myself, I am getting close to being done the read through of my first revision for this. It's taken a while, but my plate's starting to clear. The stress is starting to float away. I think I just need some extra sleep, and then I'll get back into a routine of revising every day, mostly because I have this new idea for a story, everyone, and it is burning a hole in my brain. I can't stop thinking about it. I want to write it, and I might just start one day, but I'm trying not to. I have to get these revisions done. I have to get things published. Oh, woe is me. Send me your sympathy. Hello, OG. Hello, and hello, Matt. And hello, Brianna. Excellent. And just asking if I sold the house. Yes, the house has officially sold. I will not have to pay for two homes at once. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So that is a big stressor off. Selling a house is stressful. Keeping it clean, stressful. Strangers coming through your home, stressful. Uh, so it's just stressful. Matt's writing or editing his fantasy manuscript. That's excellent. Brianna's at 50,000 words and your work in progress. Goal is 60,000 words by Sunday, so you can start editing. I love it. And Ashley's writing a bodice ripper, but it's MLM, and there are no bodices. Excellent, love it. OG's asking, what would I like to write about? It's okay. I have this revenge story in mind. All right, very. I don't want to say heavily inspired by is it Best Served Cold, the Joe Abercrombie book about revenge, but like I've just been seeing these stories about revenge that are very. The idea is I want this high fantasy world, but I don't want to explore it. Everything that I write and everything that I think of is exploring the fantastical world that I want to create. And that's exciting and that's fun and I love doing that. But part of me just wants this very narrow scope on a character and these people that they get around them looking for revenge. Just single-minded, they get in a lot of trouble, and that's it. That's it. Focus on them. Introduce things here and there, make it consistent. Internal consistency is very important. Logic and rules to your world are very important. But like they aren't magic themselves, so they navigate the magic in the world, but they're never going to use it. A little maybe not the case, but I think Honor Among Thieves, the D&D movie, where yes, technically they're heroes and they're fantastical and they have powers and whatnot, but they are by no means the most powerful things out there. They are not like hero status, right? Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. The moose has moved again. Yeah, the moose. I forgot to put him back into his normal spot. He moves around. Sometimes I move him. Sometimes he doesn't. Christina's here and Athena's here and Bernadette's here. Welcome. All right. We have 1 minute until we start. Danny, I don't think I've written a sympathetic character who wasn't seeking revenge. Excellent. Bernadette, we got an offer. We negotiated. We accepted the offer. They came and did the inspection. And yeah, everything's done. Everything's done. I can just focus on packing up and moving. Got to do some lawyer stuff and whatnot, like the other stuff that goes along with it. But smooth sailing from here. OG is working on your writing interview notebook story. Oh, I like that. That's interesting. I don't think I said before, we have 3 sprints today, as per usual, 20 minutes each with 5-minute breaks in between. The first one starts in 15 seconds. I'll paste it in the chat again, but you'll find all down below me. I hear the beeping. Let me put the words up on screen here. Happy writing, happy editing, happy revising, whatever it is. I'll catch you in 20 minutes. We'll chat again. All right, and that is our first sprint of the day done. How did that go for everyone? Let me know as I set up everything on the back end here. Like I said before, you'll find all the links for the sprints down below me in the description of this video. If you're joining after the fact, you cannot access those sprints, but you can go to wordsprints.org, set up your own individual or group sprints. There's often sprints being hosted by members of W Campus over at dabbleu.com, available for dabblers and non-dabblers alike. And if you do have Dabble, it's a built-in sprint timer. Tons of ways to do your sprints if you aren't here live with me. But some awesome numbers coming in. Excellent. Love to see that. It looks like Keo joined us and Benu joined us and Kara joined us. Welcome, everybody. Cicely's here as well. Hello. Awesome. If I missed you at any point, call me out. I want to say hello. But excellent work, everyone. I say this every time that we do revising, and actually, let me make sure I have the timer pulled up so I don't speak too long. I say this every time we're revising that like you'll have these moments when you're reading your own work, especially first draft work, where you're like, "Oh, that's disgusting. That's the worst thing I've ever read." And then other times where it's like, "Oh, that's so good." And honestly, I had some really good moments during the last 20 minutes writing. I was reading through some really good scenes there, some interesting perspectives. It was just a lot of fun. So, Keo, I've missed you too. I've missed. Oh, my dog's barking at someone. Someone's at the door. Sucks to be them. I'm down here with my friends doing some sprints. Also, what I've been doing, and I got permission to talk about this. I've been playing around in Dabble 3.0, which is our next major release for Dabble. It's a huge overhaul, quality of life improvements, new features, updates on existing features. And on the Dabble team, we've been given access so we can go and poke holes in it and find all the things that aren't working and be the ones to experience all the breaking before you all experience the breaking. And poking holes have we been, which has been a lot of fun in itself. But it is phenomenal. Our devs have done a fantastic job putting this all together. It's been a lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I do not understand. I don't have a release date for you yet, but I have been told that I can say within the next few months. Right. And if you want to be part of the beta testing, you best go on over to w.com. There is an area to sign up for beta testing for when that rolls out. I don't have a timeline on that either, but obviously before the full release. Um, but it's feeling so good. I'm so excited for it. And I'm so excited for you all to get it because there's just so many cool things. And the way that it's been structured is it makes it able or makes us able to push out new features and new updates faster and better than we were able to on the old framework that Dabble exists on right now. Right. So new features come in sooner as well after release. So exciting. Yeah. As Benu says here, we are all waiting on pins and needles. Thank you, Bernadette. I appreciate that. The UI will be different, but it will not be extremely different. It's more like a facelift. The left nav pane, which is where your books, your scenes, your chapters, your notes, your characters, that is all, if not the same, very familiar. The right nav pane is getting a facelift and getting new features added to it, and that's where I'm really excited. The plot grid is going to be a new version of the plot grid that is the same but different, right? With new features and looking better and more options to move things around. User interface, Christina. Um, yeah, the beta's not out, Keo, but we're doing alpha testing. Oh, it's so exciting. And I think it's saying, can I tell you what some of the new features may be? Now, I did share some at the end of our 60-day novel challenge in November. I even shared some initial screenshots over there. But maybe we can chat about it after our next sprint because I've been yapping so much that we actually only have 15 seconds before the next sprint starts. So I'm going to pop this up on stage here. Link to the second sprint is down below me. It's the second one in the list. Otherwise, happy writing, editing, revising. I'll talk to you all in 20 minutes. All right, and that is our second sprint of the day done. How did that go for everyone? OG is saying, "Can somebody help you? Help you with what? We are here to help. We do have 5 minutes until the next sprint starts, so ask questions away." And I was thinking about what I can share about 3.0. One of the things that I can share that there's going to be more ribbon colors. I can tell you that for sure. Many more ribbon colors for you to customize your note and scene cards. Um, TW, did I know TW was here? I don't think I knew you were here, TW. Um, or did I? I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long month. It's been a long winter. And Erica joined. Welcome, welcome, Erica. I'm glad you got to join in. Bond joined about the halfway mark. Got 200 words for your LinkedIn post. Excellent. Yay for more colors. I hit. There's more colors. There's better character profiles. The plot grid. I wish I could show you the plot grid, but I'll get in trouble. Um, because it's not ready yet. It's not ready for public eyes. And it's not. We're finding things to fix all the time. That's the whole point of alpha testing. Um, TW, I don't know. I don't know how I could miss you. I don't. And I even reacted to one of your messages before, so I don't I don't know. But the plot grid's looking really good. Even little things like you're now able to drag and drop entire plot lines and the scenes, like the note cards that go with the scenes as well. So you don't have to, make a new plot line and then drag every single card over. You can just organize by dragging and dropping the whole plot line itself. The homepage has gotten a complete facelift. Goal setting is going to be more advanced or more customizable. And I'm really, really excited for that. Uh, that's it. That's it. I shan't say more, lest I get in some trouble. We got a couple minutes here. Christina saying we're not public, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. NJ, any tips on how to do formatting for a story with 4 different endings? How does your story have 4 different endings? Let's start with that part. Oh, Renee, we are going to be putting a lot of effort into making demos and tutorials. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of live streams to show it off. We're going to be putting a lot of effort and huzzah behind the release of 3.0. So you will be sure to have no shortage of stuff to understand how things work, because that is one of our big goals on the marketing team. The devs are putting in a heck of a lot of work making this really cool project or product, and now it's our job to make sure that people not only hear about it but understand how to use it. Because one of the things that kills me the most is when people have been a dabbler for 5, 7 years, 2 years, 3 years, however long, and they don't know about some features that a lot of us take for granted, right? I've had some people that have been using Dabble for years and years and years, and they don't know how to use the plot grid, or didn't know how to make a new plot grid, or didn't know how to make plot cards or note cards in the plot grid. And that, or plot points rather, that is a failure on our end. And so we're going to make sure we have those materials available for everyone. Um, NJ saying, I wrote Tale for the anthology, but I had 3 different ideas how to end it. Also found a way to combine all 3 somewhat, and the kids can't settle on which one they like. Well, I mean, democracy can rule there. Um, I mean, when you say the ending, are we talking about how the story ties up, or are we talking about how like the climax occurs? Because those are very different as well. And how what happens in the climax is a heck of a lot more important, I think, than what happens in the resolution. Um, Renee's okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. And Bennu still has a bit of trouble using the plot grid. And hey, the cool thing about the plot grid is that you can use it as much as you want. So you can go hard with it and like fill it out, make 20 different plot lines for every single scene, or you can use it to outline the scenes and then, you know, what it means for the character's arc. And that's it. Right? I hear the beeping. Unfortunately, that means it's time to write again. Unfortunately. How dare we? So I'm going to put myself up on screen here, and we'll continue this in 20 minutes. Bye for now. All right. That is the last of our sprints for today. 3 sprints in the books, an hour of combined focused productivity, which is fantastic. It can be very difficult to actually sit down and be productive and be focused on some deep work, which is why I love these sprints and I love doing them with you because I just get so much accomplished. And it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's excellent. So awesome. Let me know how that last sprint went while I do my job and pull up the calendar to let you know if you should know about anything super important. If you are one of my W Academy members, the workshop from this week should be up for you to go and take a look at. If you were not able to join us, and tomorrow is Shameless Self Promo Day. We do it on the last business day of every month. And then next week we're back at it again with a new month of Academy content. We got sprints on Tuesday and Thursday, Writers Coffee Hour on Wednesday. We got Hank chatting with Deanna Rayborn at 2 p.m. next Thursday. But as far as the rest of the week goes, that's it. That's it. Or I guess for the rest of the month, the best kinds of jokes. um Christina's asking, when can I explain the scene difference to you, please? Maybe okay, remind me next time we can talk about scene and sequel. We can talk about pacing, but we are going to do a W Academy workshop on pacing. I don't think we're going to do it next month, but we'll do it soon. We'll do it soon and we'll revisit the concept of scene and sequel and come up with maybe a new term. I was chatting with my wife about this. Like the people want a new term for scene and sequel because scene and sequel already means something. And if you weren't there for the workshop on Tuesday, then you're probably like, Doug, why are you talking about scene and sequel so much? What does that have to do with pacing? That doesn't make any sense. You're not alone. We had a long discussion about it because the terminology is kind of silly, but the content is very important. Athena asking what we're doing next month. Again, you will find out tomorrow when I post it in the Academy. It's going to be a new workshop next month. And for those who aren't in W Academy, that is my job, the educational branch of Dabble, where we do monthly live workshops. We have a growing library of workshop recordings and courses. We have weekly events and bonus content and all sorts of stuff. Setup and sequel is not bad, but this is what I was talking to Sarah about, my wife, is that it's tough because scene and sequel both have 3 individual elements that do different things, and so we can't come up with a term that only references 1 or 2 of those 3 things. It's difficult. It's difficult. Thanks, TW. I really liked that template. All right. That's it for me. My eyes are getting a little sore. I think I need a screen break. And if you've been sitting in front of a screen for a long time, this is your cue to get up, go stretch those legs. Make sure you're drinking enough water. That's very important. Hydrate, stretch your legs, get some fresh air, go say hi to someone, send a text to your best friend. I don't know. Do something other than staring at the screen if you can get yourself away from it for a little bit. Thank you for joining me, for doing all this work. Don't forget to copy and paste your stuff out from wordsprints.org if you join me in those sprints. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will be back here next Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, for more sprints. I appreciate you. I appreciate your passion for your hobby, this hobby that we all have together. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Bye, everyone.